lead in the Eastern Conference Finals as they now head back to Madison Square Garden for Game 5, a contest where the Knicks opened as 5-point home favorites. Our series bread is already buttered with Pacers stock, but it's difficult to ignore the better team catching points that's dominated as an underdog all postseason. Indiana is 7-2 ATS as a playoff pup. The Pacers have more players, more versatility. One seasoned professional better warned Fox Sports before the series. It might not be fair to this current Knicks group, but the Tom Thibodeau factor is real. His teams always burn out, especially his old teams back in Chicago. That forecast is about as close to a bullseye as it gets. If you still believe in New York, there are big series prices available in the market. I'm not sipping that Kool-Aid at all, but if you believe the Knicks can rattle off 3 straight victories, there's a plus 442 at Pinnacle and plus 450 at DraftKings. Knicks star Jalen Brunson continues to be a popular bet, and he's cashed his.
Meanwhile, UNC, looking to get past their heartbreaking loss to Duke, took on Miami this afternoon. Todd Gibson has the story.
The big question today, how would North Carolina bounce back after that stunning loss to Duke on Wednesday? Roy Williams had a pretty good idea how his team would react.
So I wasn't going to lay back on my side and have this woe is me kind of crap, and I told them I didn't want to hear any of that junk from them. And so they took care of it.
The Tar Heels did indeed take care of business in a big way. North Carolina would play 6 players in double figures, led by Bryce Johnson's game-high 16 points, the senior adding 15 rebounds. But unlike the Duke game, Johnson today got plenty of help. Justin Jackson would hit 3 of 4 from long range. He tallies 15. And Isaiah Hicks gets the start and makes old Roy look good. The Oxford product scores 12. The Tar Heels shoot 54% for the game and blast the Hurricanes 96-71.
I mean, they shot the ball great from the perimeter. They rebounded the ball well. They dominated us, and that hasn't happened.
West Coast with flooding and frigid temperatures shifted to Southern California, dropping snow around Los Angeles. The National Weather Service said it's one of the strongest storms to ever hit the area, with rare blizzard warnings for the mountains and widespread flood watches elsewhere. Now, this is some of the weather that's impacting millions from the California coast to the East Coast. Fox's Kevin Retzky reports.
It's a winter wonderland. It feels awesome.
California continues getting pounded with heavy snow and rain as massive coast-to-coast winter storms impact millions of Americans. The National Weather Service warning of blizzard conditions in the Sierra Nevada and Southern California mountain ranges Saturday. That's where as much as 5 feet of snow is expected. On Friday, however, snow and frigid temperatures were welcomed in many places, where snow is typically a rare sight.
I saw somebody jump out of their car and they were like jumping up and down and cheering for snow. It's beautiful out here.
Loving every second of it. It's beautiful.
Meanwhile, in Michigan, where freezing temperatures continue, more than 260,000 people are still in the dark after an ice storm caused widespread power outages earlier this week.
This is the worst ice storm our area has experienced in nearly 50 years.
Thousands of DTE employees have been working around the clock to restore power. DTE says the work will be complete by Sunday. Until then, many people are using generators or staying in warming centers to stay out of the bitter cold.
Just enough to keep warm and keep my food that I just went shopping the day that the power went out.
And the Plains is now bracing for its own bad weather. Severe thunderstorms with large hail and
absolutely blow the doors off your Commanders, Matthew. And a game that was over pretty quickly. Jahmyr Gibbs goes nuclear. Jared Goff has a really good day. I think the story is Dan Campbell was calling the plays, Matthew.
Yeah,
Jamison Williams was involved.
That's the point. Season 9 receiving yards and fantasy points. He's now had 16 fantasy points in 3 of the last 4 games. Back-to-back games with a red zone target. I do think, previously we were like, look, they're just not involving Jamison Williams. We love the talent, but they have so many mouths to feed. But now with Dan Campbell calling the plays, and maybe that was one of the things that he said to John Morton was like, get Jamison Williams involved, and then he does, and he's just like, screw it, I'll do it myself. Now, a ridiculous matchup. A shout out to my buddy Pete Overzet, who in the Fantasy Life newsletter this morning wrote, apparently the Commanders' defense is part of the government shutdown, which I thought was a pretty good line and accurate, by the way. They got nothing. We got nothing. I told you, You thought they might cover.
Yeah, I thought they might. They did not.
Shut it all down. I don't want us to win another game. I want a good draft pick. We need to reload this. There's a lot. We got to build around 5. We got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
Good to see Jahmyr Gibbs get off the schneid here.
Yeah.
There's nothing